What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another episode of YuGiOh's Biggest Issue. This week's episode, probably the most obvious in the history of this game, and that would be cards that need to be reprinted. Basically cards that have never gotten a reprint since its release. And there's quite a few cards. So when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, there's always gonna be cards that are brand new to the game, and then eventually they get reprinted. And what I mean by that is cards that are being reprinted in Structured X. What else? Side sets, such as Legendary Duelists, or even also the expansion sets. More, like a Legendary Collection, a tin, or something like that. And some of the most notable cards that actually need to be reprinted, and I'm actually on the Reddit website right now. So there was a discussion several months ago about cards that need to be reprinted, and I'm actually looking at them right now. And there's actually a few. There's apparently this one guy. I'm not saying I'm not gonna mention names on Reddit, but there's a guy here who makes a list of cards that need to be reprinted. Lightning Storm, Forbidden Droplet, Magician's Souls, three tactical talents, Access Code Talker, Imperm, Evenly Matched, Nadir Servant, Ecclesia, and Fleur de Lis. Gearfried, Eldritch the Golden Lord, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, Archosaur, Gearsu, Halqifibrax, Verde Anaconda, Boral Sword, the BLS Link, Harvey's Feather Duster, Extravagant, Invocation, Nibiru, Ash, Raw Sphere Mode. That's an interesting one, given the fact that Raw Sphere Mode can be purchased on TCG Player for like just a few bucks. Plain and simple. Rusty Bardies and Cyber Noster. Out of all these, I actually kind of agree with Lightning Storm, Droplet, Souls, Triple Tactical Talent, Access Code, Imperm, Evenly, Dragoon, and also Halqifibrax and Verde Anaconda. Those I agree with 100%. The BLS Link, I don't know. That's kind of an interesting topic to talk about, because the BLS Link it's a pretty broken card. Don't get me wrong. Let me take a look at that. Soldier of Chaos. Here we are. So the full name is Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. And it's interesting because the card is absolutely busted. It requires 3 monsters with different names. And it says, if this card was linked summoned using a level 7 or higher monster or monsters as material, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot destroy your opponent's card effects. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can activate one of these effects. This card gains 1500 attack. This card can make it a second attack during the battle phase of your next turn. Banish a card on the field. So basically, it kind of has all the effects of Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning, but you're also able to make this card gain 1500 attack, and it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So that's that. So I agree. I agree that does need to be reprinted. I know that we're getting that as a ghost rare in the next set, Ghosts from the Past, which I've seen photos of what the ghost rare looks like. It looks amazing. It looks incredible. So having that as a reprint I agree 100%. Verde Anaconda, it's basically it's a polymerization with I want to say I want to say with legs, but it's a snake. So but it's basically a walking polymerization. You know when you summon it, you pay 2,000 points. You send a fusion spell from your deck to the grave. Send the right materials from the deck to the grave. Summon a fusion from the extra deck with using those materials. That's it. That's it. I agree with that. I feel like that card does need to be reprinted, given the fact that it was released in Dual Overload, and it was and even now I believe it's still going for well over a couple $100. I think. Let me take a look. If I remember correctly, I believe it is. I believe it's going for a high price. Let me see. Verde Anaconda. Let's take a look. The price of it on TCG Player, yeah. So it's actually about $30 near mint. So that's pretty high. That's pretty high. Halka Vibrax, I believe it's going for several, like maybe $50 if I remember right. Let's see, Halka Vibrax. So obviously we have two different ones. We have the ultra one, the ultra rare one, and the ulti one from OTS 15. OTS 15 is going for well over $100. The one from Dual Overload is like 30. Is like it's about the same. It's like $30. So I agree that card does need to be reprinted. Dragoon is another card that is absolutely broken. It is super busted. Dark Dragoon. Here we are. Yeah, so obviously Red Dark Dragoon was seen last year in the tins, and the cards for going for well over $50. It's like $55, and it basically allows you to just pop 2 cards your opponent controls and deal damage to your opponent equal to those monsters' attack points. Especially if you used two normal monsters to summon it. So obviously Red Eyes and Dark Magician. Plain and simple. But it's also cool because as a quick effect, when a card or effect is activated, you can discard a card, negate the activation, and destroy it, and the card gains 1,000. So it's a walking. So it's basically a solemn judgment with legs. That's how broken Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is. So I feel like that card does need to be reprinted. But the funny thing is that even if these cards, here's the thing, we all know, even if these cards were to get reprinted, they're gonna be 10 times even more expensive than the original version. And some of the most notable cards that need to be reprinted is also too, as this guy mentioned, off of Reddit, Magician Souls. That card needs to be reprinted as well. Tactical Talents. Let me look up some of these cards. Hang on. Alright, Triple Tactics Talent is the name of the card, and the secret rare version is going for $100. Literally, it's going for like well over $100. Forbidden Droplet is going for $120. Nadir's Servant is going for $50. Dogmatica Ecclesia is going for about $30. Fluterless is going for about $20. Maximus is like $5. Nibiru from the gold rare is only like $9. It's like $9-10. Imperm is going for $16. Lightning Storm as the secret rare is going for $80. I know that the Starlight rare is probably the Starlight rare is going for well over a couple $100, I think. But the Starlight rare for Triple Tactics Talent is $450. Yeah. $450, people. $450, and that's near mint condition, mint first edition. That's how that's crazy. Access Code Talker is another one that I feel like should get reprinted because of its overwhelming power. Access Code Talker. I believe this was also a Starlight rare if I remember correctly, but it's going for well over $80. What else is like really like crazy expensive? What else? There's so many of them. There are so many cards that are just absolutely insane. Magician's Souls is, I believe, is still going for well over $100, which is pretty crazy. And if I remember right, yeah, it's going for, how much is it? Yeah, it actually, wow, it actually went down in price, probably because it's because it was the unlimited version. What about the first edition ones? Let's take a look. Yeah, so I would say the first edition ones are probably going for well over $100 at best. I know that the Dark Magicians is another one that needs to get reprinted. That's like going for close to $50. It's just absolutely insane. That's how crazy this game really is. Hang on. So the first edition ones, I would say they're going for well over a couple $100 at best because of how incredible, because of how crazy they are. Yeah, so near mint about 80, I would say about $100. It's absolutely crazy. Again, these are just some of the cards that need to get reprinted, and this one in particular definitely needs to be reprinted. Elemental Hero Air Neos. We have never seen this card reprinted out once ever. Never, not once, have we ever got a reprint of this. Not once. And the ultra rare one, the ultra rare is going for well over $35. But if you want the ultimate rare one, I believe the ulti is going for well over 40, if I remember right. Yeah, I've actually, it's going for well over $125. But if they were graded, it's astronomical. The price for a graded version of it is absolutely insane. That's why you see a lot of people nowadays collect the older ultimate rares because they're gonna be even more expensive over time because of how old they are. Air Neos, the set Striking Neos was released in 2007, right around the summer of 2007. That's how crazy it is. Like right around the summer or the fall, And you know, there's even some people, you know, who are selling, a heavily played version of the Ultimate Rare for like $200. Near mint first edition unlimited is like $200. That's how crazy. That's how crazy their, the card is. Again, these cards need to be reprinted. It's something that Konami, that was one of the things that Konami said that they were going to promise us. I think it was like last year or something like that. They said that they would reprint, that they would give some of these cards reprints that need, these cards that need to be reprinted that bad, but we haven't seen them yet. I know that with Souls, with Dragoon, not Nibiru, Verde, and Anaconda, Hulk Vibrax. Also too, another one that needs to be reprinted is actually Evil Hero, Adusted Gold, and Malicious Bane. That's another one that those are some of the other ones that need to get reprinted as well. And if I remember correctly, Malicious Bane is going for, what was it, like $40 or something like that. Oh, never mind. It's actually going for almost $100. Almost $100, which is absolutely insane. Adusted Gold, I think, is about the same. I don't remember how much they were going for. Yeah, I thought so. It's going for well over $100. So if Konami were to get these reprint in, like, say, I would say a tin, but it wouldn't matter. I would probably say get these reprinted in a structure deck. Adusted Gold, Malicious Bane, Hulk Vibrax. Get them reprinted in a structure deck, and then the rest get them reprinted in a side set, like a Legendary Collection, or even also another tin, or something like that. But guys, I think we can all agree these cards need to be reprinted. So, the big question is, are we going to see Elemental Hero Air Neos get reprinted? Probably not, because it's not. The card doesn't. We rarely. I don't think we've seen Air Neos get played in today's meta. I don't think I have. I don't think that's ever happened. But of course, I could be wrong. You guys can comment below if I'm wrong. But yeah, it's. This is one weird thing. This thing is absolutely weird. They say that we're gonna get reprints of these cards, but we never get them. I know that with Magician's Souls, Adusted Gold, Malicious Bane, I know that those cards are gonna get reprinted in Legendary Duelist Season 3, which I know we got, which I think was like we get those once every 6 months. So we should be getting them sometime in the summer, which I will be getting that. I do plan on getting that because I need some of the new Dark Magician cards in my Dark Magician deck. So the deck is almost complete. I'll show it off on social media once it's complete, so you guys can get an idea of how incredible, how pretty good it is. I would say, but yeah. So that brings me to the question of the day: what cards do you guys think should be reprinted? And also, do you think the reprinted versions of those cards, will it lower the price, or will it raise the price even higher? Let me know in the comments below. And that is actually going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, which gets posted every Friday, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss out on any new content that comes your way. And be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All the links will be down in the description. And if you guys have family you want to send me and want me to open up on the channel, my address will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.